Hey yo. Scott Hall, throughout his 25-year wrestling career, left us with many memories on the mic, in and out of the ring, many classic matches. And unfortunately, he's no longer here. Information came out, news broke yesterday that he had suffered major health issues and was on life support. And unfortunately, just when the show went on the air, news broke that Scott Hall is no longer with us. His friends, colleagues, his family, wrestling fans all over the world mourn the loss of Scott Hall, one of the best. Truly one of the best. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. Through all the trials and tribulations, you will be sorely missed. Sorry. I'm John Rethlin with my review of WWE Raw. I will be doing a Scott Hall tribute sometime after this, if I can collect myself. These don't get any easier, guys. These don't get any easier at all. But honoring Scott Hall's memory, press on and talk about this episode of Raw taking place in Jacksonville, Florida. Stronghold of AEW, and there were Cody chants throughout the night. Will the man who's only smoking mirrors, whoa, will he show up? No, he didn't. Cody Rhodes did not show up. It's starting to feel like a troll job at this point. Will he come? Will he go? Will he lead a Ring of Honor invasion? Will he go back to AEW? Who really knows? Also, we're less than 3 weeks away from the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in WWE history. And boy, they're limping along here. They're just kind of dragging their feet as far as how they're building WrestleMania. They think the label, the name brand alone is enough to carry WrestleMania. They really should try putting the pedal to the metal, do some, big moments and everything. I'm not saying they need to get, drop the cow and slaughter it like, Alien Invasion style. They just need to do something to really spark interest for Mania. But granted, that almost takes a backseat to this show because we start off with a memory of Razor Ramon, a.k.a. Scott Hall. This one hurts. This one hurts a lot. Hurts a lot. He wasn't a perfect human being. Nobody really is. He was open about his various addiction issues, had beaten them and everything, and unfortunately the demons just... The demons had gotten hold and they had let go. It was finally time for him just to say goodbye. But boy, what a memory, a sea of memories and what a legacy he left. Here comes Kevin Owens. He's out to a chorus of boos, but he starts off with, hey, yo. I think Owens got in the most Scott Hall references in the entire show because Kevin Owens, tremendous, human being, tremendous wrestling fan, and obviously Scott Hall would have influence on people his age and even people younger, and just many people that he worked with, and many people just watched him and grew up watching him. He knocks Texas and Austin and everything. They could have come up with a better thing than just Kevin Owens saying, I hate Texas, I hate Dallas. I mean, good God, the World Class Championship Wrestling fans eventually started hating Dallas when all the stuff took hold and World Class Championship Wrestling basically self-destructed. But my goodness, we could not possibly come up with a better way to build this, feud, confrontation, whatever. He does talk about his, superior Canadian intellect. I don't know why that made me laugh. USA chants. Of course, Jacksonville would say that, being the ever progressive city that they are. And he talked about pouring a cold Canadian beer over Stone Cold's body after he beats him up. He'll just be laying there unconscious and just, sprinkle the beer on him. And he says it's going to be the most stupendous KO show of all time. The most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in WWE history. Stupendous is a word that will be forever ruined and also forever etched in my head. I will hear the word stupendous for another 40 fucking years now. So, he stuns a cameraman, and that's the bottom line because KO said so. And then Finn Balor comes out to make his entrance, and we go to break, and then Damien makes his entrance. Two of my followers were perfectly fine during this. They know who they are. They know they weren't fine. I'm going to move on, not name names. There he comes out to join commentary. Oh boy, just what we need. Another bland fucker on commentary. You thought Corey Graves was bland on commentary. Wait till you see how bland Austin Theory is on commentary. So Balor and Priest had a match, and announcer's table bump. Ouch. Good enough match. Of course, it was well worked. I mean, Priest is really good. Balor's a really good veteran. Of course, Theory at one point says, "Let me try commentary," and Graves says, "I have, I have faith in you." Oh God, that's your first mistake. Graves having faith in somebody—that person's fucked. And we get a bit of a distraction. Balor ends up, getting distracted by Theory, and even though he goes 2-on-1 seemingly, even though Priest doesn't want anything to do with Theory, Priest decides to grip Balor's neck and just, get him from behind, try jerking him up from behind, and then eventually hit a rectomy from behind. 1, 2, 3. Why not make some jokes and try to hide the fact that I'm incredibly sad cutting this review? 1, 2, 3. And then Theory takes a selfie after gripping Balor's thick, veiny head. Why not talk about Balor's thick, veiny head? One of my followers, or one of the people watching this, may actually appreciate this. So, Steve Patrick is talking to Rollins. What will he do for Mania? Cody shit. Cody didn't show up. Unless Cody suddenly showed up right after the cameras went off the air, which would be a monumentally stupid move. There we go. That's it. Then they can say, "Oh, everybody, you should have been there." Except, who would really want to go to Jacksonville? Unless you're within driving distance of Jacksonville. I've heard the traffic is really goddamn shit, that is. I apologize. Commander Aziz Light with Apollo Crews taking on Edward James Olmos. Boy, it's a power battle. It's two meaty men slapping meat. Ha ha ha! It's such good shit. Yes, it's like Zeus and a guy with dreads that isn't Zeus. It's exactly what I need. Ha ha ha! So, Almost does actually hit an impressive delayed suplex, actually, not a sit-out variation, but he just kind of throws him as like a throwing Falcon Arrow, Falcon Throw-O, if you will. Throken Arrow. That almost sounds like some kind of filleting going on with a bird. Let's get away from this. He hits him with a choke bomb, 1, 2, 3. And then he grips Cruz's thick, veiny head. Lots of veiny head grippage on tonight's show. Maybe that's just how I interpreted it, because we're going to get Raw, uncooked, uncensored. Oh, Randy's. It's a thing. The shirt's put up here. Randy Savage passed away in 2011. Roddy Piper passed away in August of 2015. He grips his veiny head and beats him down, and then Owens inspires Seth. He's like, you're a visionary and everything. He's like, tough times don't last, but bad times don't last, but bad guys do. And that really hit right there. And Rollins has an idea. He has a vision because he's the visionary. We couldn't have given that to the former Vanessa Bourne, but whatever. Let's give it to Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. So he goes off, and Owens is like, "Oh, I'm helping. I'm learning." And then Liv and Rhea make their entrance, and Rhea watches as Liv gently scissors while Rhea is all happy. Stop thinking about Liv scissoring. I know you're thinking about Kier. Stop it. I will turn the show right around. You stop thinking about Liv doing all this scissoring, all this violent scissoring action with Rhea in the leather. Who would like watching Rhea in leather and watching scissoring action? I certainly wouldn't. Don't accuse me as such. You stop thinking about it, Kier. Anyway, let's talk about... Zelina dropping the accent, thank fuck, with Carmella, taking on Liv with Rhea. I thought they were going to do Rhea versus Carmella right after this, but given the fact that it looked like a strong breeze took away what was left of Carmella's outfit, she couldn't really wrestle in that. Graves was abysmal on commentary. This whole thing with Carmella and Graves being an on-screen couple. I'm not saying you need to ignore the shit. They already have enough annoying couples across all the shows in WWE, especially in NXT 2.0, but good fucking grief. Oblivion ends up pinning Zelina. Yay! Liv gets a win in a match that nobody's probably going to remember. And I like Liv. I want Liv to get more opportunities. Just at this point, I think they're going to kind of just use her. Oh, she'll win some. Her and Rio will probably win the tag team championships. And then what will that mean? Fucking all, unfortunately, because the tag titles don't mean anything. I'll let you decide which tag titles I'm talking about. Because that label is not just exclusive to the women. And then, Seth Rollins, his music hits and Carmella screams. I don't know, maybe she sat on Graves' lap and they talked about the first thing that popped up. So, recaps of Bork and Roman. Did you know that WWE had a show at Madison Square Garden on March 5th? Well, if you didn't, don't worry. WWE is going to make sure to beat it in your skull about 50 million times. Look, it's great. Maybe if you guys actually had a product that people wanted to pay to watch, and they would have been able to sell out Madison Square Garden. They were barely able to get 10,000 people in Madison Square Garden. If you don't know what the capacity for Madison Square Garden is, it seats way more than that. I think about 19 to 20,000. Even if you only set it up for 15,000, they had to struggle to sell 10,000 in this economy. So anyway, Rollins is fired up. He wants Owens out here to hear his inspiration because you're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. Zoinks. Don't know why Shaggy was trying to sing there. He said, hey, I want to have a talk show, so I want my guest to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Owens is like, no, that's my idea. What's wrong with you? Rollins says, how about we have a match, and whoever wins gets to have the talk show? And Sonya agrees. Remember when Sonya actually seemed like she was a good authority figure, and they were going somewhere with that feud with Naomi? Oh, wait, no, they were never going anywhere with that feud with Naomi. And then if Rollins wins, he will replace Owens in the talk show segment at Mania. We are less than 3 weeks out, and we have two guys that are purported to be top guys, fighting over a talk show spot. While Logan fucking Paul, Johnny Knoxville, and various other people that don't fucking deserve to be on the Mania card are on the Mania card. So, Owens then yells at Sonya after Mysterio's Miz and Logan Paul. You know, the guy that filmed the dead body in the Japanese rainforest, Japanese forest. Not rainforest. Really shouldn't say that. I don't think rainforest exists in Japan. I don't think that's how the climate works. But after that, Miz shows up along with Logan Paul. Okay, just stop. Just stop with this. I don't mind celebrities being involved. You want to have Logan Paul in Miz's corner. Okay, I understand that. Johnny Knoxville, I'm embarrassed by. Oh, he'll bump for Sami Zayn. Yeah, okay, so what? Pat McAfee's the only one that even is worthy of being on the Mania card. They had a boatload of talent. They released a whole bunch of people. They still had people they could use, and they refused to do so. So let's just do this shit. It's going to be some of the worst action that you'll see outside of Pat McAfee wrestling. So, the Hurt Business versus the Mysterios. Minority on minority violence in Jacksonville. Cody Rhodes just ended racism less than a year ago, and they do this. My God, what was all that? All that hard work undone, my God. It's so terrible. They're not just down bad, they're down straight. I don't know what the fuck I'm on about anymore. Dominic got the pin, throw the whole show away. Miz and Logan try to attack. And oh, God, if Logan had just parried himself against the goddamn ropes, that's all I'm going to say. Alright, let's move on from that. Queen Sharmell is in WWE Hall of Fame. I wonder what 2005 Kurt Angle has to say. If you get it, you get it. Victoria, Miss Elizabeth could be in the Hall of Fame, but her family doesn't want her there. So many other... This is nothing against Sharmell. Sharmell should honestly probably be put in the Hall of Fame for having to deal with that goddamn trash heap, that embarrassment to the human race, Jenna Morasca. Victory Road 2009. You want to see one of the worst celebrity matches ever? Watch that. And then you will hate me for making you watch that. If you haven't, don't. If you have never seen that match, oh boy, you are in for a trip. And Jenna Morasca got paid several $1,000s to do that, while some of the knockouts had to work part-time jobs because Dixie couldn't pay people. Oh wait, she could. She was just a lazy bitch and didn't want to. So anyway, let's get back to the show. Congratulations, Queen Sharmell. You're in the Hall of Fame. Yay. Whatever. So, we get the new Edge theme. It's apparently by Alter Bridge also. Called The Other Side. Well, I guess Edge wanted to alter his image in the eyes of fans. Simultaneously, people just turned off this video right here. That's it. That's it. Stop. I'm not watching this anymore. And he does the blue lights special or whatever. Apparently, Kmart's are still around. Somebody told me there are a few Kmart's left. And thank you very much for that information. He talks about how if he was the old Edge, he would have been walked over by AJ Styles like he was walked over by others. But no, he's a new Edge with blackjack and hookers and also blue light. AJ, you will be judged. Thy will be judged. And that's pretty much it right there. That's about That's about the size. It wasn't a bad promo, but the blue light just took away from it. Bianca says that she will shut Becky up, and Veer is coming in Raw. And if you saw the picture WWE decided to share, at this point it's just a fucking meme. Bianca took on Pepper Niven in round 40,000, not Warhammer 40,000. And Nikki Ash was there, and KOD for 3. That's all I have to say about this. It's impressive. It was impressive the last few times we saw. Can we stop seeing this? Seriously, it's like getting steak or getting pizza all the goddamn time. Except who could get tired of pizza? I have pizza in the kitchen. I need to go get some here in a bit. So, Becky then shows up. And man, we are just getting the leader of the lynch mob in Jacksonville getting ready to, do what she does best. Beat people up. Where the fuck do you think I was going to go with that? She puts Bianca's head in a chair and does the post spot. Now Bianca's voice box is wrecked. 2 women with wrecked voice boxes or whatever. And are not even my exes in college. Moving hastily on from that. They're going to have, Becky says, what'd she say? Nah, it's like next week, the hair, bitch. The hair, bitch. The Hair Bitch. It's like that movie Bad Hair. Watch that. It's on Hulu. So, recaps of Rousey and Charlotte. And then RK Bro celebration. Just stop. Stop it. Stop. Please stop it. Get some help. We get weed jokes. Because of course we fucking do. And then the Prophets show up. They want a shot. And then Orton says no. Riddle says you guys they do have a point or whatever. The word ass is thrown around a few times. And then Riddle says, hey, how about we have a match? I summarized this a lot quicker because I did not find this entertaining. Riddle and Ford had a match. It was good. And then a DQ and Majin Buu decided to attack. And everybody did that. And Gable's done because the theme is stupid. Really, really stupid. Gable can be better than this. Gable is better than this. Sadly, this might actually be right on par with him being Shorty G. This is just as comically dumb. And I smell a 3-way between 6 men at Mania. A 3-way between, 6 men going at it in Dallas. God, the Freebirds and the Von Erich rivalry, it never went away. It just got reformed into whatever this hodgepodge is. And commentary mentions the passing of Scott Hall. Graves, Byron, everybody seemed like they were about to break up, and they showed iconic moments from his career. Intercontinental champion multiple times. I will talk more in depth about that in my Scott Hall tribute. SummerSlam 95, I would argue that match actually was probably a bit better than the Mania 10 match, in my personal opinion. But that one certainly is more memorable. I think SummerSlam 95, that one's not talked about as much because it's SummerSlam 1995. If you've ever seen SummerSlam 95, not exactly great. Diesel versus Mabel, not Viscera. He wasn't Viscera yet. But the formation of the NWO, you people, you know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. And just the way that Hall could command a room on the mic. He just had that natural charisma, ooze machismo, all that. The toothpick. I don't have a toothpick. Sorry. I could throw my pen, but I don't want to, hit my phone. It was just so many great moments and just really, really sad. Even though it seemed like it was inevitable just after hearing about, how broken hip and 3 heart attacks, one after another. Really sad. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. We then get recaps of the Owens-Rollins stuff, and they literally put stuff in there that we had seen just previously. Now Rollins and Owens had a match. Winner gets the talk show spot at WrestleMania 38. They are fighting over shampoo. Look, it was a great match. Of course it was. These two can go. These two can do the grapples. They can do the wrestles. They can do great shit. Owens kept targeting the knee. Rollins kept coming back, hit 2 dives, hit a frog splash. But the ref was out of position to do a 3 count. And the Miss Stompy selling the knee, stunner, 1, 2, 3, and Owens is going to Mania. Rollins isn't. If they don't have Cody come out, next week, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's just really, really, really sad. Really sad that they, kind of nurse this thing along and this is the best they got. And again, we're less than 3 weeks out until the most stupendous 2-night WrestleMania in WWE history. So yes, in closing, rest in peace, Scott Hall. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.